Forget nuance, forget the eye test. These are the cold, hard facts. The unequivocal, data-driven statistics team of the season is here. First of all, we need a formation. How are we going to set up our team of the season? Well, the traditional 4-4-2 that I was immediately going to do, it has fallen away in popularity in recent years, and the most common formation in MLS these days is the 4-2-3-1. So that's what I'm going to use. This allows for a goalkeeper, 2 centre-backs, 2 full-backs, 2 central midfielders, 3 forward players, and 1 out-and-out striker. One point to note, before anybody asks, some of the data has been absolute and some of it has been on a per 90 minutes basis, but where that is employed, a minimum number of minutes or games has been used to weed out anybody impressing in just a handful of games. So, that will explain some of the exclusions. So who makes the stats team of the year? Well, first we need a goalkeeper. We need to build from the back. So what makes a top keeper? Saves. So save percentage is the most important variable here. Whilst goals conceded is a good metric for the defensive quality of a defensive unit as a whole, including the midfield, it's not the be-all and end-all. And for a goalkeeper, it's just saves. Saves come squarely down to the man between the sticks. And this year's top stopper is Joe Willis of Nashville SC. Joe saw a close competition from Stefan Fry of Seattle for this one, but Willis's superior save rate of a whopping nearly 80% wins him this accolade. Joe says no. We have a defence to fill. So defence is separated into fullbacks or wingbacks, going to come to that, and centre-backs with a different criteria for each. So fullbacks, in my opinion, these days, these guys are more often wide players, so more like wingbacks. So I think that's where I'm going to go with it. So they're more attacking, defending has to be factored in, but the main factor I'm considering is successful crosses. So on the left, my methodology favours Philly's Kai Wagner. Not only did he supply 7 assists in 2023, his crossing was excellent and plentiful. However, under a different methodology, if you took defenders as a whole, Diego Palacios might have been a better fit here, but more on that in a bit. On the right-hand side, we've got Atlanta's Brooks Lennon. Why? 87.6% pass completion, 19 successful crosses, and 10 assists. That's extremely good work. Now for the centre-backs, your vanguard in front of the goal. These guys could be judged on so many metrics. Challenges, headers, clearances, forward passes, passes back to the goalkeeper. There's tons. I'm going to go simply with tackles and interceptions, as those are the key moves for any centre-back for me. With that in mind, it's San Jose's very own Brazilian maestro, Rodriguez. 3.9 tackles and interceptions per game, that's 130 across the whole season, and add to that 152 clearances, and you have a very fine centre-back. Now, as referenced before, there is a traditional full-back which has such impressive numbers that I've squeezed him into centre-back instead. He had the very best tackles and interception numbers in the league, and on an absolute and a per game basis, it's the highly impressive Diego Palacios of LAFC. So we kind of have one squeezed in member of the centre backs who's really a fullback, but he would do a brilliant job at centre back, trust me. Central midfield. So we have a lot to go at again. But I've centred on the fact that central midfielders need to pass, and pass very well. Passing from defence to attack, passing to assist a goal, passing out of trouble, passing back to the keeper, passing accuracy is absolutely key. The best passers over the season have been Douglas Costa in LA with 84.5% passing accuracy, 10 assists and 15 goals. And also Houston's Herrera. So 86.4% passing success rate and a whopping 17 assists. A formidable middle two pairing, I think you will agree. Now we need our forwards. We need a front four. So while in this formation, they're not the main focal point of the attack, these guys need to make and score goals. So combined goals and assists is being used here. And making up the first three of our front four, that's not easy to say, is Cucho from Columbus Crew, 27 combined goals and assists. That's some excellent form for our potentially third best forward. Almada from Atlanta, 11 goals, 19 assists. No one was surprised to see him here, right? And possibly the most obvious pick, Acosta. An incredible 17 goals and 14 assists. It is absolutely whopping. Finally, the striker. It's goals. It's minutes per goal, but it's goals. And when you need goals, you need Dennis Bouanga of LAFC, who scored 20 goals in the 23 regular season, or 0.71 goals per match. That is pretty incredible. That's the stats-based team. I've whizzed through the whole thing. All you need to know is the cold hard facts. But who wasn't there? Who did you think was going to be there who did miss out? I also haven't got a manager for the team. On a stats basis, it's a lot harder to pick a manager than it is for players. But please make your case as to who you think the best manager would be for that team. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'll see you next time.